that is the truth, then your work must stop.
Fireball for you! Fireball for you! Hello, hello! Today we are playing Master of Magic! I have so many thoughts and feelings about this, but we're just gonna hop right in and talk as we go. I'm just gonna leave that, that's fine. Remember these guys, Angerface, and we are going to come back to them because today we are playing OG Master of Magic, released in 1994, which I don't like saying because that's like 30 years ago now. What the fuck is time passage? But I have played all of these so much. The amount of hours that I've put in this game is absolutely absurd. So I know we can just go to custom. I like her face, so, you know, we're just going to use her. These are like modifiers to us, essentially, and some of them are not unlocked until you have a certain number of spell books in any given field, source, rather. I don't want those. Get rid of them. Thank you. You start with 11 picks. Okay, so you only have so many options here. A couple of these are just basically like doubling down on the type of magic that you're using. Infernal for death magic, sorcery, nature, chaos, etc. A couple of them are for researching stuff. Sage Master, some of them are just for like increasing your mana. Charismatic is kind of a pain sometimes. It does essentially an augment to your fame and dealing with other wizards. I play a specific way, so we're gonna play like that. But Mirren is also really interesting, which I'll explain when we get there. I choose Alchemy, which is super cool because it allows you. It does tell you it's 1-to-1, and it gives all the units that you built in your city's magic weapons, which is super useful. And then Artificer, which lets you create magical items cheaper. And then we go 5 death spellbooks, 4 sorcery spellbooks. Because I picked a certain number of death books, I can choose which spells that I'm going to get just right off the bat from the available common death spells. If I had 10 or more spellbooks, like if I had really just like thrown my whole lot in, then I would have uncommon or rare choices as well, but I did not do that. I do want those 4 things, yes. And do not want this, and I want this. And I do not want this, I want this. Just in case they stick me on an island. Just really annoying. All of the races obviously have their pros and cons. Barbarians are pretty cool, they can do berserkers. Gnolls are really nice for rush strategies. There's basically 2 strategies when playing this game. Rush and Tall. Rush is pretty obvious. And then Tall is just building really big cities, and that's definitely me. Halflings are great for food. High elves are great for magic. High men are great because paladins put bonuses on other units, which can be very useful. Clacons are okay, I guess. Lizardmen can walk on water. Nomads are good for gold. Orcs are just like all around pretty chill, and I will come back to them when we do the remake. Beastmen are awesome. Dark elves are a pain to manage, but they're really awesome because all of their units get a magical ranged attack, so it makes them incredibly OP if you're going to go Mirren, but Mirren costs 3 picks, so it's a real detriment to how many spells you have access to. Draconians are great because they can all fly. Dwarves are great because their productivity is crazy. And trolls regenerate. So we're going to go high elf. Always pick purple. And then we get thrown into the game. Oh, wow. This could be a really bad place. Let's see. Hold on. Pull up the surveyor. 19 is okay. So over here we've got a... Oh, I can't point at it. Max population of 19. So we can change that a little bit by adding buildings. We're in a good spot because it's next to a river. There's some mithril. That's not great. We want to... I'm having my controls all mixed up because the controls for the remake are like opposite. It's really frustrating. So this is our city. This is our main city. This is our tower. We've got like all the buildings that we can see, our little summoning circles there. If we're gonna pull some things out of the ether, we want to start with a shrine because that will reduce our unrest, and we're going to get some unrest when we get to population 5, and this takes 1 billion years because we cannot allocate any other food resources. This is just a very chill game, unless you're doing a rush strategy, which I've done. These are all your different possible like bits of information. The surveyor is the most useful because it allows you to determine where you can build other cities, what benefits that you're going to get from them, and it tells you what things are in a place if they've been explored, which is incredibly useful for determining when you can go back to clear it out. This is our spell book. It's so pretty. Look how pretty our spell book is. And we're going to start with Phantom Warriors because those can be summoned in combat, and that's incredibly useful. We do not want to fight zombies with our spearmen. No. We do not want to fight ghouls with our swordsmen. No. So neither of those we can clear at this moment, which is unfortunate for us, but we'll be fine. So we're going to send our swordmen off that way and our spearmen off this way. And much like the beginning of any game like this, it's a lot of just clicking next turn and doing nothing. Mysterious cave that just has mana crystals in it, yes. Oh no, a neutral city. I'm not ready for you. Ooh, but it's men! Okay, but hear me out. You know what? No, I'm just gonna leave it there. There's benefits to having multiple races in the game. We're just gonna move on. This is our magic screen, so we can determine the exact levels of where we're putting all of our power resources into. Right now, I want to bump up my skill because I'm going to do something questionable. Get that up to 8, please. We're going to, hold on. I have 64. That should be enough because this isn't very far away, but I'm going to transmute just a little bit of gold directly to power. And I think I may have mentioned that alchemy allows you to do a 1-to-1 conversion. It would be 1.5, so you would always lose something without alchemy. You want a little bit of gold, and we're going to go in there, and I'm going to show you combat. Oh, I have it sped up because I'm on DOSBox. Defender always goes first. I love this music. And we are fairly evenly matched, except I have magical weapons. So I'm going to cast a spell. I'm going to cast Black Sleep. Actually, I'm going to cast Weakness, because if it doesn't land, I can cast it again. But it did land! And now they're helpless, because Weakness reduced their attack, and when you have an attack of 0, you can't do anything. So we're just going to be really awkward. There we go. No, we're not raising it. We're keeping it. And now we have 2 cities right from the beginning! It's a shit city! Fuck! It's only population 9. Okay, we can work with this. We can work with this. What we can do, and this is questionable, but we can do it. Patrol, because we don't actually want you to go anywhere. Absolutely not! Shadow demons, get out of town. I have played this entirely too much. I need to focus and actually do a recording for you. Hello! Hi! So, I can very easily and handily and confidently say that I have invested... See, look, we got a guy. We got a rebel guy who's not producing anything. He's not working towards the shrine. We're just gonna spend the gold to get it done so that he calms down and we can build something else. We're gonna build stables so we can build some horses. Some cavalry is gonna be incredibly important. Actually, if I lose you, it's not the end of the world. So we're gonna put you back in the main city. Because that would be very unfortunate for me to be showing you this game and then for us to absolutely immediately get annihilated. Alright, so now settlers. Yes, perfect. You're gonna go up. Cannot buy you, I don't have enough gold. But if I give you turn to work on it, I bet I can, because I can alchemy us back the other direction. Thousands of hours. Oh, it's not enough. He's gonna go up a population and then I'm gonna have to mess with it again. But that's okay. That's okay. Sure, why not? More research. Thousands upon thousands of hours in this dumb game. That's not fair, it's not dumb, it's wonderful. Yeah, now it doesn't matter if I buy it. Once you get them down, because it takes 1,000 off the population to create a settler. So if I were to make 2 settlers before they could get to a 3rd population, or a 2nd population after I build the 1, basically the city just disappears. And I can put those settlers somewhere else on the map in a place that's better. Because, frankly, that's not a great place to build. Spend an awful lot of time with the surveyor. It's your friend. Trying to figure out where to put people. That can hang out. Now I've got that guy. Look at the kitty! We've got a kitty familiar because we're death magic. Listen to this crazy music. It makes me so happy. So there are 2 ways to win this game. One of them is just destroying your opponents. That's why the rest strategy is so good. You just destroy them. You make a bunch of troops and you go wreck their faces. And done. Wham bam. War Master. For that, you're gonna probably do a completely different strategy than what I'm doing. You're going to want things like Warlord. Hey, hello. But you have 5 swordsmen. You are in a way better building location. You got off to a better start than your other city over there. How you doing over here, by the way? Okay, I might be able to get that other one done. Go. Why don't you go over there? Why don't you head on over there? And actually, I'm gonna do something a little controversial. I'm going to just dismiss this, yeah, because they are -3 gold a turn, and I can't afford that right now. But I can buy another settler, so 2 turns, 3 turns? I'll check it out. There currently isn't a good place to put this guy, which is kind of annoying. Well, there's a 16. See, the downside of the OG game is that you can actually... That actually isn't a problem if I put him here. Okay. You can actually run into a problem where you... Let me get you up there. You can run into a problem where you put cities too close together, because the surveyor tells you you can't build less than 3 squares away from another city, but technically there are certain squares within the bounds of this that are, like if I build a city like right here, for example, which would be the worst idea ever, that's awful, but it would actually create problems in this city because these are the squares that the city relies on. This is what it uses for its bonuses, this is what it uses to determine its maximum population, its production, its food generation. So like you have to be careful. Gotta be careful. But that shouldn't be a problem. So you can't do anything yet. What are you up to? Barbarians, that's cool. They grow very fast. But they can't build the bigger stuff later on down the line. So you gotta be careful, especially because when you conquer another city of a different race, there are actually racial... Oh, dang it. I lost track. I clicked next turn too many times, which is so easy to do. And I was right, they trapped me on an island. They trapped me on a stinking island. I can't do anything with that because that's too many people. Dang it, pants! Okay, so... You know, this is fine. We're going to change this. We're just going to build you up. And you're just always going to be a little trash city. And that's okay. That is totally fine. I forgot what I was saying. That is also totally fine. But now we're in a completely different situation. Where we do not want to build a million units of cavalry and go wreck anybody's faces at this time, because we will need to create a floating island and get on out of town. So instead, what we're going to do is pop over to the other way to win the game. Oh, right. Yeah, so I own this game in multiple ways. Obviously, I own it through GOG, which is how we're playing it. I own it on CD, and I own it on floppy disks. GOG has decided to break the game in several ways, and one of them is making my save files invisible. So we're just gonna go here and load this invisible file. Hey! Now I can show you more aspects of the game and also beat it. We're not actually going to destroy this person, Raven, and all of his fancy things, because we're going to beat the game in the other way. So we're just going to make my people patrol, although I do want to show you them. So you can summon heroes and you can summon champions. They have the same slot usage, so you can only have 6, but champions are obviously much better. So for this guy is a champion, Warwick's the Chaos Warrior. My boy Warwick's. Superhero is his rank, so he can actually go up several more ranks, which gives him more things. This looks chaotic, because he's very powerful. It just shows you a second row of things, which makes the interface very difficult to see, but that's fine. These are his main things. I gave him flight. Constitution, arcane power, agility. All of these do really neat stuff. Some of them affect other troops, some of them just affect him. Lucky is fun. And then I've got 2 other heroes here and a couple other units. Obviously 30,000 is the max, which is a thing. I've taken care of the other 2. They're overland spells that you can cast, which I have 3 of at the moment. Oh, this was Juliana for some reason. You can see I have a lot more than 11 spell books, or maybe I have... How many do I have? I can count. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 11 spell books, but also Alchemy and Artificer. And I also picked up Archmage along the way, which is pretty cool. Harder to dispel my spells. Yeah. And I have 116 fame, which actually affects quite a few things. Dwarves! Yay! So this is this is my strat. Was I summoning that? What was I doing with that? I guess you were just hanging out. I tend to rotate through a variety of things. Oh, I was building roads. Cool. I don't actually remember this game, so I don't know. Hey, let's go over here. So roads don't actually let you move that fast on Arcanus. Only in Mirror. They're automatically enchanted. Just because. This is Mirror, by the way. Gosh, I'm scattered today. Happy Wintereenmas! This is Mirror. It's supposed to be an exact opposite of Arcanus. So you click the plane button to change planes of existence. The map is not the same. It's not like a one-to-one conversion here in any way, shape, or form. But the magic is a lot more powerful. The roads are automatically enchanted, whereas I've enchanted this one section of road because it's heavily trafficked between these big cities. All of the roads, just from the get-go, are enchanted, which means they cost no movement points. Which means you can zip across the whole dang map if there's a road, which is what I'm in the process of doing. So that's neat. Nodes are also pretty neat. I have some that have been... Yeah, so these sparklies, which I love this effect. This is so old and so wonderful. These little sparklies in this like little purple color mean that I have melded a magic spirit with this magical node of power. Magic, 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 magic. Purr, purr, purr. And that means that it gives me some power every turn. And like I was saying, the amount of power is distributed in these three ways. Your casting skill is their casting skill. It's the amount of points that you can put into casting any number of things on any given turn, and that includes in combat. So having your casting skill pretty high means that you can sling spells with the best of them in actual combat, and that is usually what wins or loses battles, to be perfectly honest. Research is just how fast you're researching stuff, and mana is this here. But it also affects like stuff that you summon, right? Because the Demon Lord is a summoned creature, which means his upkeep here is magic. He costs 15 mana a turn to keep around. And just like you can go into the deficit, I get 62 mana per turn, that's my pool, sorry. So just like you can get a deficit with gold, you can get a deficit with mana, and all your summoned creatures can just fuck off. Just like your troops can fuck off if they're not getting what they want from you. You're not building anything else. I don't think your max population is very good. Ooh, I had the Wall of Darkness up. I forgot. Wall of Darkness is great. It means people can't sling stuff at me from the outside. They have to actually tear down my walls first. I don't want to hire you. I'm sorry. That was a random event. That guy popping up was a random event, and that is dictated by your fame. So you'll get offers from merchants and mercenaries and all sorts of stuff depending on how good your fame is. This is also a random event that is not dictated by your fame. And your kitty, you're familiar, so if your main source of magic was sorcery, you'd have a beetle, life, you'd have a little dove, etc. We have a kitty. This just... Okay, stop. That music is wonderful, but it's a little bit grating. Those random events happen just like sporadically. They are random events, and they are not dictated by anything. Were you building a city? Hold on. That can't be allowed. Hello. Hi. Yep. Nope. Can't allow that. Can't allow it. Nope. He fled. I wonder why. Is it because I came at him with demigods of heroes and stuff? Well, he vanished. He must have died fleeing. Sorry, settlers. I'm waiting for something in particular. Yeah, you don't need that. That's fine. Oh, God. So the problem with the tall strategy is this. It means that there's an awful lot to manage when you get further down the way. Click, 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 click. We need to come over here. Just to make sure that this is the correct save file, because that would be very unfortunate at this point. No. I should have cranked up my research. There we go. Okay, so we're just going to... Whoop. No, no, it maxes out. No, okay, hold on. There we go. There we go. All research, nothing else. -71. Now you can see exactly how much mana I'm spending on things a turn. Which is fine with me. Now how long it's going to take. 36 turns. Okay, we're just going to skip through this real quick. Just kidding. We're going to do this battle first. These are Dark Elf Spearmen. Spearmen is the lowest level of troop, but you can see that they are elite. So they have 3 instead of 1. And they have ranged, because all Dark Elf guys do that. That's really cool. But you see, he's attacking my 2 engineers, which they're only this powerful because I'm awesome. They're usually pretty awful. So look at all the spells that we can cast. Oh man, I don't know what I want to cast. This music is way too triumphant. We haven't even started yet. I want Black Sleep. It's one of my favorite spells. It didn't work. That's okay. I have plenty of casting skill. Ooh. Maybe it's not okay. Alright. Alright. Let's do something crazy. Let's do Psionic Blast. Crank it up. Okay, that didn't do nearly as much as I thought it would. Okay. Let's summon an air elemental. That'll be distracting. Hey! Come here, you. Come here. Be in your face enough to distract them. Oh, it didn't work! Also, I love that noise, that roaring noise, that roaring from an air elemental. Get out of town. Oh. No. Thank you. Okay, now we're gonna blah, blah, blah. Welcome back! I have wandered this poor guy all the way across the map for no reason, building roads for the fun of it. I switched my skill up. Oh, I'm gonna blast him real quick, hold on. He's casting Earthquake, I don't want him to cast Earthquake, because that's on me. So, special spells, Spell Blast, get out of town. Bye! And that's the perk of taking Death and Sorcery. You get some incredible versatility. Anyway, time for the Spell of Mastery. Oh, swirling whirlpool across my tower. Can you imagine how ominous that would be from a main city? Any hoodle. As if we weren't at war before. How long do I have? Ooh, a while. That's okay. We'll be able to go through this pretty quick. Look at that. 4 turns, 4 clicks. Yeah! 1. Oh, build. 1, 2, 3. Whoop! So you get thrown into every battle just as a point of order. It just always happens. You can always click this auto button if you're confident that you're going to win, which I'm fairly confident, but those are demons. That's kind of annoying. So I'm not going to click auto just yet. I want blur, which makes it harder to hit me. And I'm only gonna move up one, make you come to me. And it lines up the back guys a little bit better because they start behind. There we go. It's not even hitting me, dude. Jerk. Shadow demons. And for the fun of it, we're also gonna get an air elemental. Starts further back, that's okay. Come here, you. Come attack this demon. They all make the same noise. It's so funny. I can't even. Oh, they're not coming to me, and I don't know why, so whatever, it's fine. They're nervous. Because we're going to kill them. There we go. There we go. There we go. I don't like that you are just focused on that guy. Can we not? Can we not do that, maybe? Can you chill? Come here. Come here, you. Block up the pass. And then done, 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 done. There we go. And we gained another fame. I don't want those. Thank you. And we are building more roads because we have nothing else to do because I have so many cities. I have so many cities and they're all doing stuff. In that they're just making money for me because I don't have anything else to build. Because I have wrecked everything in this game already. Just for you! That's a lie. I did this before. We're just stepping into a random game that why is that not working? Come on, Black Sleep. You're like my favorite spell. Thank you. So now he has he's the little Z. Black Sleep can't do anything. So now I can just hit auto. He can't move. He's done. That is absolutely critical early game for death users. Because pretty much any neutral city, like this is a neutral city, occasionally just sends troops out to ransack, I guess? I don't know. But they just constantly... Hot! Here we go! You can't see me, but I just put my arms up like my little character is. I just got so excited. There's one. There's one I was fighting. There's a second one I was fighting. Technically, I already defeated both of those, but that's fine. There's the third one who I hadn't defeated yet, but I could have at any time. Here. Get into the whirlpool with you. Banished. Having conquered both the world of Arcanus and Mirror, I and only I remain the one and true Master of Magic. Alright, so we will be back with the remake of Master of Magic. Yeah, not a great score. 69, nice. But it's, I had fun. That's the point. And I pretty much only do the Trawl strategy at this point because I've played this game to death. But we'll be back in a couple days. I don't know what my schedule is yet. We'll see. And do a review of the remake, the 2022. And cool. Okay. Bye!